actually up and out of bed a little bit early today, so I figured let's keep the streak going. We're gonna try to have a very productive day today. If you've been following along on my Facebook Marketplace fiasco on Instagram, I still don't have nightstands or anything for the room, so the bedroom makeover was clearly not done by the end of February as I intended. So I decided to just stop waiting to have everything together for the bedroom makeover and just work on it piece by piece. So I don't know if you can see, but I already put on our new flannel sheets that I am obsessed with, and now I have like quilts and pillows and all of that, so I think I'm gonna finish getting the bed ready. So we have a lot to do today. Let's get started. At first I was actually planning to fold the gray comforter over the blanket, but the blanket is big enough that it covers the whole comforter, so I don't even have to worry about the gray underneath, which is perfect. I might want to do another blanket to put on top now that I can use a whole quilt to cover the bed, but I don't have one big enough, so I would have to buy one. To show you all the prints that I have. So basically what I did is I went onto like the Met Museum's website and I just got a bunch of artwork that was public domain, so no copyright, and then I just downloaded them and had them printed out at Walgreens. So you can do the same thing. There's a ton of websites that have public domain art and you can just pick out the ones that you like and have them printed out. I went the cheap route, so I went to Walgreens. You can also have them printed out at Walmart, I think does it. The only issue is that I have some frames that are like a very particular size. So what I did is like try to pick the size that matches the best, and now I'm going to have to kind of crop them and scale them so that they fit in the frames. But it was significantly cheaper than having them printed and like sized exactly for the frame and all of that. So okay, so I wanted to show you all the prints that I got made. So I have some small ones and some big ones. Let me show you one by one. So I have this one here, cute little trees, and I have this landscape. I love landscape art, so you're only gonna see landscapes. Obviously you can print out portraits, you can print out like flowers and still life, whatever you want, but I just really love landscapes and I love to have like nature in the house. Then this is my only portrait one for now, and this one's going to go in our room. Another big landscape. This one has little cows. It's so cute. And then the last big landscape, and this one has little sailboats out there on the pond or lake. And then the rest are smaller ones. So I have this small square one, then I have this other one that kind of looks like a winter scene, then this one here, some more water, another small square one, and I think this is like a little farm or something, then another smaller one, and then the last one is this one here, and I think this might be my favorite. The cows are so freaking cute. So I also have this one, which is just a messed up print that they gave me. So what I think I'm going to do is try the Mod Podge trick on this one so I can see how it looks before I try it on all the other pictures. That way, if I don't like how it looks, I didn't mess up all the pictures. So I just bought matte Mod Podge, and the cool thing is, since these are pictures of paintings, you can already kind of see like a detail that looks like an old faded painting. So that's pretty good on its own. But the idea is that with the Mod Podge, you can like kind of fake the brush strokes, if that makes sense. So I'm going to test it out with this one. Then I'll try and cut all of these other ones to size so that if I do like how this comes out, I can Mod Podge all the rest of them. So you probably saw these in another video, but my sister saw them and she actually likes the little angels. So let me know. Do you think I should put like one of the landscape pictures in it, or do you think I should keep the angels? This is one of them and this is the other one. I kind of like this one more than this one, so maybe I could keep these angels but not these. But let me know, what do you think? Landscape or angels? so our first frame is done. It looks so good. And the colors actually match the frame perfectly. I also forgot to mention, if the Mod Podge trick works, I wouldn't put the glass on it because you see it like reflects the light really well. So I wouldn't put the glass so that it could actually look more matte and it could look like a real painting. But we'll see how the Mod Podge looks. For now, I'm just going to fit the paintings, well, the paintings into their assigned frames. I'll leave the glass on it for now so that I can get an idea of what it's going to look like. But then if the Mod Podge works, then we'll go ahead and take off the glass. Here's the next one. Also, don't at me because I don't have a ruler. I'm using just like a frame to do the straight lines, but either way, I think it came out good. I mean, it's pretty flexible because it's always a little bit more space than you anticipate. So you can kind of like, this one I didn't cut perfectly along the top, but you can kind of squeeze it into position. And the backing, the paper, like the cardboard backing that all the picture frames have, that really like squishes it into place. So it's a pretty forgiving process, I think. So we ran into a bit of a problem with these older frames. They all have these, they're almost like staples, and you can remove them or like you can lift them up, but I really can't with like my scissor or just my bare hands. I just am gonna remove all of them. For the majority of the frames, the cardboard is really snug onto there. So I think I'll put the painting in, the cardboard back, and then I might just like tape it into position. I think that should work. This is how the Mod Podge looks dry. So you can already see like there's no reflection, right? Like you can see the reflection on the edges, but not on the Mod Podge section. I ended up doing the Mod Podge on just 3 of them for now because it takes some time and I'm tired. They look really good actually. Like this one's still drying. They're all still drying, but what I ended up doing was basically trying to mimic the brush strokes of the painting. So like for the trees, it was like kind of like a splotchy look. For the mountains, a bit of a longer brush stroke. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a couple of pieces that are like sticking out glossy. Those are areas that I missed. So I'm going to wait until tomorrow for it to dry completely, and then all the areas that I missed, so there's like one big one right there, then I'll try to cover them up as best as I can. But I think it looks really good actually. It looks kind of like a painting, very realistic, and more importantly, it looks matte, which I really wanted because I didn't want that like glare to show. So I think it's gonna turn out really great. I also did this little cow one. It's still obviously drying, but you can kind of see the brush strokes there as well. And then the last one that I did was this one that's going to go in our room. So I literally just finished this one, so it's still drying, but I'm really excited. I'm gonna do it to the rest of the paintings probably tomorrow or over the weekend whenever I have a chance. But yeah, I think it's gonna look great. All right, well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye.